Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another video, and we've got breakfast ready. So for today's video, I thought, why not do a pre-workout routine as well as show you my post-workout meal for my first meal. As you could see, I have my oats, lemon pie flavor, which is banging, with some fruit on top. So I have 50 grams of raspberries, 50 grams of blueberries, 80 grams of banana, and 60 grams of apple, all in the air fryer apart from the berries. And then on top, I have a nice whey drip, vanilla drip, with a drizzle of almond butter, 15 grams of almond butter. I'm supposed to have 10, however, I've just removed 5 from my last meal of the day, which usually goes with 25 grams, to now having 20 grams only. And then here in front of me, I have 180 grams of egg whites only. I'm taking the fats from the almond butter with this meal, and I just realized that my microphone decided to die as I was talking about my veg. Anyways, that was pretty much it. Some sweet corn, some mushrooms, spinach, iceberg lettuce. Yes, I do cook my iceberg lettuce. Some tomatoes, mixed peppers, all of the good stuff that you can think of. My micronutrients and my fiber has definitely been hit already, but you'll realize that I do like to include a lot of fruit and veg with my meals. It is scientifically proven that when you add fructose to your meals, it actually helps digesting your carbs. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay. I really wanted to address in this video. I know it has nothing to do with my pre and post workout, but it's just food for thought. I've realized that a lot of pros for the past week have been talking about post-workout cardio in a bad way. A huge mistake that we make is having our cardio too close to our lifting session. Now, my issue with this is they're talking based on the way they live. So they're giving advice based on the way they're living currently. Meaning, some of these guys live bodybuilding 24/7. So they wake up, from the moment they wake up, they can do their cardio, they can train anytime, fair play to them. They've reached that level that we all aim for, right? But the truth is, we amateurs and beginners do not live like they do. We have 9 to 5s, right? So we work 8 hours every single day. And I've tried it, and I've tried it for many years. I was coming home at 15 past 12 at night to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to get my cardio done, because then I would have to get my meals done, to have a client at 11:30 in the morning, to training at 12:30, to then have time to have my post-workout meal and go to work at 4 o'clock and repeat from 4 o'clock, work until 12, get home 15 past, so on, so on. Now, they're telling us not to do cardio post-workout, but to also not sacrifice our sleep, because we need to recover. Fair play, but if I can get a few more hours of sleep by not doing cardio and putting my cardio post-workout, because I do have 40 to 45 minutes to an hour to be able to do cardio post-workout, why wouldn't I? It's allowing me to sleep more, to recover more, to wake up in a good mood, to be able to perform at my best in every single session, right? So when giving advice, it's very important to put yourselves into other people's perspectives and way of living, right? And to be honest, it's one of the reasons as to why I stopped following a lot of these guys, because they're constantly saying what you cannot do. And I understand their intentions. They're trying to help you optimizing your results. But come on, even with cooking your meals, you have to cook your meals in a specific way. Now you have to cook your rice every day. What if you don't have time to cook your rice every day? I do, but let's be real. Some of you guys have families. You have a wife, you have kids, right? So you're not the only one eating. And so sometimes you have to cook in bulk for not just one day, but maybe 2. Oh, but it's going to develop a bacteria. Yeah, but just store it correctly, So like I said, I understand optimizing results, but you also have to be practical. Otherwise, you're just going to stress. And if you stress, it's going to be way worse on your results, and you're not going to enjoy this in the long term, because there are just so many minute rules that back in the days, it just didn't matter. You just had to eat, train, and sleep, and that's it. And if the only time of the day where you're able to do your cardio is post-workout, that's 100 times better than not doing it at all. Does that make sense? Like I said, if you're allowing yourself to sleep an extra hour, then just do it, because you're recovering, because you'll feel a lot better, right? So like I said, there's just food for thought. I'm gonna do my dishes now, and stick along, because I'm gonna show you my pre-workout meal. By the way, you probably noticed me putting creatine into my oats, and there is an explanation to that. Creatine has a GDA effect, glucose disposal agent effect. In simple terms, it enhances your muscle cells' ability to uptake glucose. Okay, so every time you have a higher carb meal, it'd be a great idea to add, even if it's just 5 grams of creatine to it. Okay, that could be your pre-workout, your intro workout if you have carbs in your intro workout, like I do, or your post-workout. All right, so that's a great way of eating just a little bit more. Alright guys, so busy morning, not gonna lie. I just updated my coach. He's very happy with the shape. You can always follow me on Instagram. I post on my stories a small update of how I look. We've increased food for the next week. It was just under 10%. So we went from 4,300 calories on training days to now 4,600. It's a fair amount in terms of carbs, a little bit of fats, and we dropped the protein because carbs, whenever you increase them, they are protein sparing. Okay, so you don't need to have a lot of protein in your meals. So we're about to get my pre-workout meal ready, and it's pretty much just carbs. There's no protein in this meal, so I'll be using cream of rice, lemon meringue pie flavor, some oats to slow down the digestion a little bit, psyllium husk for fiber. That's going to help bring down the digestion rate as well. And once again, 5 grams of creatine for the reasons that I explained before. I'm also going to get my post-workout meal ready now. Now, if you go back to my 10-week out video where I'm literally being hated on for having Rice Krispies post-workout, believe it or not, I think I've been cursed because I can't digest it anymore. I get bloated. I don't want to say cursed, it's kind of a strong word, but anyways, what I'm doing instead is I'm just having jasmine rice instead of Rice Krispies. The macros are identical, so I make a rice pudding out of it, high protein rice pudding, which I'm going to show you. It's a very nice, very tasty, and it's the best treat that you can get post-workout. So I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to share my pre-workout meal, so let's get to it. So the rice is now cooked, and for this recipe you'll want to use either sushi rice or jasmine rice, okay? So it's nice and fluffy. The general rule to cooking rice is 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. In here I did 1 cup of rice to 3 cups of water. All right, and let me just show you how it looks. So it's fluffy and it's got a bit more water than usual. So what we're gonna do now is we'll add 30 grams of vanilla ISO. I'm using ISO because I can't digest concentrate. I prefer this one because it's more protein and less fat. So you'll now want to mix the whey with the rice, nice and slowly. We don't want to waste any whey. And look how creamier that's getting thanks to the whey. I'm still going to add just a little bit of water, just a small bit, not too much. And to me, this is perfect. Okay, so the next step now, I personally like to use glass containers instead of plastic because of the heat. And once again, we're not wasting any protein or carbs for that matter. Now, last but not least, so in this meal, I'm having 50 grams of ISO, 30 was put into the rice, and 20 will become paste. Once again, if I have 20 of ISO, I'll put 15 of water. We gently pour all over the rice. And my final touch is some cinnamon. And voila. That is my high protein rice pudding. I will put it in the fridge now and have it as soon as I come back home. So yeah guys, that's it. That's my post-workout meal. White jasmine rice, very easy to digest. One tip I give you is make sure you wash your rice before cooking it, okay? Just to make sure that you remove the starch and the dirt out of it. That's gonna make digestion a lot easier on you. And trust me, I've tried this for the past week. No bloat, no heartburn whatsoever. I feel great and ready to eat within 30 to 45 minutes later. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna head to the gym now. I'm gonna train some shoulders and biceps today. Get a really nice pump. Come back home, have this delicious treat and some chicken and rice. So I'll see you in a little bit. Good stuff. This is good. Guys, you have to try this. It's really good. So I'm gonna put the macros down below. And perfect. All right, so it's been 30 minutes now. I'm gonna have 200 grams of rice with 140 grams of turkey breast, 100 grams of Greek yogurt, some salad, and there's 50 grams of pineapple in there as well. And that's pretty much for digestion. So we have good probiotics from the yogurt and then digestive enzymes in the pineapple. So let's eat. And I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I will see you on the next one.